Deadman Mode Armageddon, a temporary old-school Runescape game mode where PvP is enabled pretty much everywhere. Usually, I'd find inconspicuous areas or methods to avoid other players, cash out on some gold, have fun with the sigils, and call it a day. You know, treat it like a Leagues game mode. But not this time. I've played it risky, taking every fight, going for glory, and most importantly, the trophy at the end.
And cut.
How was that? Sound good? Yeah? Alright, good, because that's not what we're gonna do. There it is, Song of the Elves completed. I suppose I should explain myself for anyone confused right now. This is not how Deadman Mode typically starts, but it is only day 3 of the game mode, and I've checked the high scores. There are only 8 people at this very moment who have completed a corrupted gauntlet. So I am one of the first 10 people here, and I'm only in the 3rd combat bracket. But we are here, we are in Prif Dinas. The center of this city is actually a safe zone. I didn't know that before this Deadman Mode. I'm not sure if it was like that last time, but there are so many good things here. Zalcano, a Slayer Cave, Red Chinchompers, and of course, the Red Prison. And I'm going straight to the Gauntlet, my good old friend. We meet again. God, I am rusty, but here is the first KC coming in. Really not that bad, even with like 70 range, so that's nice. All right, first chest. Can we just spoon it? Hey, not bad. Rune plate legs, rune arrows. We are printing money here, let me tell you. Right, enough of the baby gauntlet. Time to get into the real deal. See if it's manageable with these stats. It should be fine. I may have over-prepped a little bit, but better to do that than to die. There's nothing worse than wasting time. Let's see. There it is, the Menacing Mage Sigil proc. That is the secret to doing this with bad stats. I think it heals for like 15 over 6 seconds, so this is why it's a bit of a breeze, why I'm not worried about the stats. We should be fine. Come on. There it is, the last hit. Not bad. Even with these stats, still had plenty of food left. And we even got some combat achievements. I think they're Deadman points. That's nice. And of course, the Corrupted Cape. Love that. Right. Okay. Trash drops, but we keep going. There we go. It's apparently 4K is enough to be a veteran gauntlet these days. All right, what have we got? Oh, that's an armor seed, baby. Right, fling that straight on the GE. I think we can get just under 4 mil for this. It's one of the first armor seeds into the game. They do get really cheap after a while, so I'll be happy with getting this for now. I'm just selling the alcohols from about 6 or 7 KC. I can tell this is going to be a lot of money. People tend to buy over alk price because there's demand and people want stuff to put in their deposit box. Plus, there are people using the Alchemaniac sigil, which makes your high alk give you more gold. So I should get a ton of money from this, which I'd like to spend on the sulfur blades while they're kind of cheap at about 400k, because I'm going to go up a bracket, do the breach. No idea what I'm going to use my protection on, but then we're going to use the sulfur blades to get some quick melee stats so that the gauntlet is a breeze. Hey, here's a hot take, and yeah, it's probably a bad one, okay? These region breaches are terrible. Like, I can definitely see what Jagex were going for. You split up where the mobs spawn, and then you split up the group of people. There's more fights, there's more PvP. But, like, running halfway across the map to find something that spawned is just... oh my god, it's such a waste of time. I really don't know where you're meant to stand when you're cannoning in Prif. Like, I'm just trying to get these guards in a place where they'll actually get hit. God damn it. Hey, that one's dead. We love to see it. Oh! Crystal teleport seed. There's no way that's 3.46 mil. Sadly, that is only 200 to 250k, but you know what? That's money. Money I wasn't expecting. There's 80 attack and 100 combat. I've got to say, the stats are looking a lot meatier now. I'm going to sell these sulfur blades because they've like doubled in price, and I've got an idea to make the gauntlet easy mode. Before this fight, I invested in the Sigil of Restoration, which heals you for 10% of your damage, rounded up. So that kind of is negating a lot of the chip damage that the Hunluff is doing to me right now. I'm seeing this value right here. I can't quite afford the Sigil of Titanium right now, so I believe I'm running Precision for loads of extra accuracy. I think it's like 60% accuracy. Menacing Mage still for extra heals, and the Restoration Sigil. I think my goal, my dream, like PVM Sigil goal is Titanium for an insane amount of damage reduction, Meticulousness, so like I never miss an attack, and Restoration, so I just heal off that, and that should just speed up everything and make PVM super chill. All right, there we go. Nice easy kill. Definitely can do with less food, which is nice for future runs. And we get an armor seed. We are rewarded. 10 KC, another combat task. That's very nice. Wait, is that double seed drop? Oh, you almost baited me there. I thought that was the enhanced. All right, some of the loot sold, but this is what I was worried about. Armor seeds are not selling for even 2 mil each right now, so a little bit concerning. Both of the armor seeds ended up selling for about 1.5 mil. A lot less than I was expecting, but with that money, I've bought Sigil of the Arcane Swiftness, which, as you can see, is increasing my attack speed with magic by a tick, so it's now on 4 tick. Feels really good, shredding through this Black Demon task. Finally getting around to doing some Slayer, actually, because most people do the Slayer route for Deadman, and I can understand that if you're going to do nothing but Slayer and cash in on the uniques later down the line. But that wasn't my game plan, so we're catching up on Slayer levels now. Should fly through them really, really quickly. I want to get 50 Slayer to unlock Bloodvelds, which I can do in Prif Dinas, almost in complete safety, so that's the goal. There's 50 Slayer, Bloodvelds unlocked. I don't even think I'm going to stay because I just want a Bloodveld task. Luckily, I ended up getting a Bloodveld task straight after skipping the rest of that Black Demon task, and this is what I meant earlier by Sulfur Blades being ridiculously broken. Because the Sulfur Blades hit twice, they have double the chance to proc the melee sigil, which just ends up enchaining them like I did here. I think this is like 5 or 6 times in a row. And that's without accuracy sigils. I think I'm running Prosperity, Restoration, and the melee sigil here. Prosperity is a really good one. It has a 20% increased chance for you to hit the global Deadman loot table, which I ended up hitting twice. First time was just a regular supply drop, but the second time I ended up getting a Master Wand. Am I seeing things, or did this Bloodveld just drop a Master Wand? What the fuck? I've just discovered my favorite thing to do in Deadman mode. Honestly, I'm still laughing about it, but people like to trade money between brackets. And the way they do this is by selling items that are rarely, if ever, traded to each other for ridiculous prices. And I seem to have stumbled upon some of them, because check this out. I sold this red feather for 100k. 100k for a red feather. And you might be thinking, so what, this is a stroke of luck, but why did it then also work for all of these other items? Here are some examples of items that I've just managed to sell. I even managed to convince a friend to get in on this, and he sold this bronze sword for 100k. So, hey, it's not just a stroke of luck. Honestly, just start throwing junk on the GE for ridiculous prices. I bet something will go. Right, finally finished that Bloodveld task. Neve, I need something good, please. Black dragons are fantastic. Here is the sigil choice right now. Prosperity for the drop table. Gunslinger is insane because it turns a rune crossbow to a 4-tick weapon, which is great. And precision is just going to help me because my range level is shit, to be honest. Hey, there's our first supply drop from Black Dragons, the Sigil of Nature. I think that's currently only worth about 40k, so not much. No way. Oh, the Vizzy. That's got to be worth something, right? There's no way that's 3 mil. I think that's worth a lot more. Oh, it looks so good though. Do I want to get rid of it? I could keep this for the finals. Who am I kidding? I'm not holding on to this. That's just insta sold for 33 mil. I'm starting to think I maybe should have tried to get a bit more for it, but hey, 33 mil is a good amount of money. That's going to give us a lot of freedom for upgrades. The dream sigils have been achieved. Meticulousness for accuracy, titanium for damage reduction, and the twisted bow is just going to be insane for some bossing that I'm going to do in a bit. Not going to lie though, the twisted bow is infinitely less cool when you're wearing a fucking snakeskin bandana. This has got to go. So with titanium, meticulousness, and restoration now, I should be able to do CG like this. No armor, barely any food. I've brought some just in case because this is my first time doing it, but I don't even know if we'll need food. Sweet, that's kind of cool. I mean, I made mistakes this fight, but I've still got food left over, and I think without those mistakes, I wouldn't have used any. Anything good in the chest? Nah, yeah, it's all right. It's no secret that this Deadman, some things have changed, and one of those things is that you can now get sigils from skilling. And that is part of the secret of the success right now, because my alt account just received the sigil of prosperity, which is currently selling for about 3 mil. So I've just sold that off to buy the sigil of the swashbuckler. I now have all 3 of the attack speed boosting sigils, which I'm super happy about. They were quite expensive, but so nice to have. Oh man, the zombie axe with the swashbuckler making it a 4-tick weapon. It feels so good. It almost feels like this is how it was meant to be, but obviously that would overpower so many weapons. It's just great. But I was just talking a minute ago about getting sigils from skilling, and I don't know about how you guys feel, but I feel like Jagex could have done a better job at balancing it. I know they quickly nerfed the rune essence method, but there are so many other methods that, in my opinion, diminish the benefit of doing actual dangerous activity. I'm all for sigils coming from skilling drops, but I think that they should scale based on the level of the skilling you're doing. So like higher level skilling activities have a higher chance to drop a sigil. I don't know, is that too simple? Would that work? Should it? Okay, thank you very much, Enhanced Crystal Teleport Seed, for interrupting my yapping session. I think that's the game's way of telling me to shut up. That is Jagex's way of telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, this is the first superior from all the Slayer tasks I've done, which makes it sound like I've done a lot. I really haven't, but this is the first superior, and they are a guaranteed drop on the Deadman table. So I may get a sigil from this. Also, check out that camera angle. Holy shit. 41k Slayer XP. That's 70 Slayer and the sigil of Death Strikes. That's a shame. That's not worth anything anymore. I then had a very successful breach, getting around 6 tier 5 emblems and just some really good supply drops in general. Even with Arcane Swiftness and Ice Barrage though, I wasn't getting MVP on many kills, so I haven't seen any ancient weaponry or any trinkets, which is a bit of a shame. It reminds me of old school revs where the best strategy was actually to bring along a slower heavy hitting weapon like the Elder Maul. I guess in this instance, something with slightly less risk would be like the zombie axe, to just run in and get as big a hit splat as possible so that you get the MVP, because most of the time you're only getting 1, maybe 2 hits in at most. That was a great breach. Look at all these alcohols. A very good looting bag this time around. Usually it's filled with shit, but these wrath runes in particular, beautiful. I know exactly where I'm going to use those. And there's all the emblems traded in. I've now got about 8 million points, which is just nice for supplies, honestly. Oh, the Sigil of Enhanced Harvest, not bad. I was just AFKing at my little black dragon spot, trying to get 99 mage while doing other things. Yeah, not bad. That one is about 1.2 mil, but I haven't got it yet, so that's another expensive one added to the collection. And with this next cast, we should be 99 mage, huge. Yeah, I'd say that was a fairly productive AFK session. How much is it? 2 mil. Here is a range setup, and here is a mage setup. I invested in a Tome of Fire. 50 points if you can guess what we're about to go do before I go and do it. 50 points is a lot, by the way. I have no idea what you can spend that on yet, but you're going to want to save that for later. All right, here we go. Zulrah. This is what I'm going to be doing for a little while. The Zulrah uniques are worth so much money. Less so the Tanzanite Fang. I think the blowpipe is only like 2 mil at most. But Onyxes are like 4 or 5 mil. Serp is worth 10 mil right now. So that's what I'd really like. And a Magic Fang is also super valuable. After Project Rebalance, Zulrah now has a fire weakness. So these Surge Sacks are going really hard right now. And the Corrupted T-Boat is also hitting like a truck. These kills should be pretty quick. Ooh, I am rusty. There's the first KC. 2 minutes 10. Okay, we can shave a lot of time off that. Zulrah's like riding a bike, okay? You just need, you're a little bit wobbly at first. but you'll get it back. Here are the sigils I'm running right now. Titanium is huge for damage reduction, meticulousness for the accuracy, and last recall because getting back to Zora without last recall is a little bit risky. PKers like to camp near the boat, but last recall takes you right next to the boat, so reduces a lot of the risk. Oh yeah, I also invested in the Trinket of the Undead, which summons a random throw. Great for speeding up kills most of the time, but I remember from last Deadman that sometimes, in fact, a lot of the time, it will summon a melee throw, and you can't hit Zora with melee, so it's just walking around doing nothing. All right, anything good? No? Okay, that's probably like 20k. The average drop from Zora on Deadman is terrible aside from the uniques and the Zalandra teleports. They're the only things we want. This is why it's always good to scout. Here is an example right here. That's a PKer. I can see that toxic stuff of the dead. You aren't fooling me.
5 minutes later.
Oh no, I've been caught. Oh, this guy looks scary. Armadillo crossbow. I know. Oh my god, he's got a VLS. He's got a VLS. I'm just going to camp melee, honestly. I'm going to camp melee. I'll take the range hits. I'll eat through it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Yeah, we're not fighting this guy. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I really felt like he could have killed me there. Honestly, it may have looked kind of safe. But honestly, the VLS, the nightmare stuff he had, the Armadillo crossbow, he could have easily killed me there. That was pretty scary. That was a quick kill, honestly. It's a PB, 123. That's not bad. We take those. Very nice. Oh. Oh no, it's a Tanzanite Fang. No, that's the cheapest one. I know I shouldn't complain, but yeah, 1.6 mil for the Tanz Fang. It's okay. I don't really see myself using it. That's why I didn't keep it. That puts our cash stack up to around 4 mil. Right now, our deposit box is about 4 mil. I could definitely fill this with maybe Barrow's gear, which holds value really well also. But this is pretty good for now. I'm really happy with my progress in sigils as well. I own all of pretty much the most expensive sigils: Meticulousness, Titanium, Swashbuckler, Arcane Swiftness, Gunslinger, and just a lot of other ones, you know, Last Recall, Versatility, a lot of the expensive relics. The only ones that I am missing, Aggression, which is probably the most expensive relic right now, sat at around 10 mil. The Guardian Angel relic, which is around 5 mil. And lastly, the Sigil of Remote Storage. They are the last 3 sigils that I need to complete my collection. And I'm only about 5 million GP away. I have really enjoyed this game mode so far. Don't take it seriously, just have some fun. There is so much to do in Deadman. I'm almost a little bit sad that it's only 2 weeks long. Let's see if next time I can finish getting every single sigil.